Yọ̀gbọ́ lójú kò lè mọ torí ọ̀rọ̀ ìbò ń gbádùn.
Kí lorúkọ ẹ? Moses Stephen Olúwaṣeun. Olúọmọ Ogun State ni ẹ́? Ìlú Ológun State. Ìbára local government. Ibo ni ìlú tiẹ̀ gangan?
Kindly subscribe to YouTube channel and follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.
Ifọ̀. Kí lorúkọ àwọn òbí ẹ? Moses Abiodun ni dáàdì ẹ. Moses Abusayo ni lórúkọ mọ́mí ẹ. Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé o wà ń lu ibà? Wọ́n mọ̀. Bọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé o wà ní condition yìí báyìí. Bọ̀ ṣé inú ẹ dùn pẹ̀lú condition tó wà? Àbó ní nọ́mbà wò bí ẹ? Dúró mo bọ̀, hold on. Bóyá máa gbé ná. Oh. 56 070 56 55 46 71. Ẹ ti kọ́ bá? So màá try kí n contact àwọn tó bá ó yẹ. Ibo ló máa ń sábà dúró sí? Junction bẹ́ẹ̀ Tákẹ́ junction. Okay. Màá try kí n contact wọn ṣùgbọ́n. Pẹ̀lẹ́. Ọlọ́run wàá rí ìwòsàn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Tí ìṣó rọ̀rọ̀ sọ. Kò tí wọ́n lè correct ẹ ní.
Wọ́n lè correct ẹ. Ó wá sàfúnlẹ̀ nípa àṣekọ́pà.
Nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òdì mú kí wá pé akóbójú ọjọ́ ṣeré. Mo kẹ́yìn ìyá, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá, mo kẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kẹ́ àbúrò. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni olólùfẹ́ yín. Ààyè ọpẹ́yọ ṣìyọ lọ́dọ̀ títí yín náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹdá. Ayé ọpẹ́ àmàyọ fún wa lórí ọmọ lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa. Òun láyé ọpẹ́ òun ló máa fi máa yọ fún èmi àti yín. Èwo ni mo ní ká jọ ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ títí òní gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe jọ máa ń ṣe. Mo sọ wípé Ìjẹ̀bú sọ̀fọ̀ ipa wà lá ní sọ̀fọ̀ 8. Ìjẹ̀bú sọ̀fọ̀ mo kí ẹ, mi kíra mi, mi yọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi yọ ara mi, òun èmi jẹ́ wà. A máa rírí bára wa ṣe. Ní agbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹdá, ojú òní tiwa. Kò sígbà tá ní máa kí bàbá wa Bánjí Akíntóyè. Àwa tún máa kí bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho Òòṣà owó bàbá dàmí. Mo wá fi kíkí wọn ìyá fi kí gbogbo àwọn tó dúró fún ilẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ kóòtù òjíire. Wípé ká bọ́ nínú oko ẹrú. Wípé ojú ò gbọdọ̀ tì wá. Wípé kí ni àrọ́mọdọ́mọ wa? Kí làwọn náà fẹ́ bá nínú ìtàn? Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ wípé àṣegbé ò sí, àṣepamọ́ ló wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn àgbàlagbà bọ́n ṣe sọ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe mọ̀ wípé lásìkò títí wa yìí, àṣepamọ́ orí social media ó ti di history báyìí. Wọ́n bá fẹ́ lọ wo history èèyàn, kódà gan níbi iṣẹ́ gan pàápàá ńsìn. Tó bá submit CV ẹ. Bóyá Amẹ́ríkà gan ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, àwọn kan ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ńsìn. Ó dàbí pé Amẹ́ríkà náà ni. Yes, Amẹ́ríkà ni. Béèrè fún visa l'Amẹ́ríkà ńsìn. Gbogbo orúkọ tó ń lò lórí social media, òun láti submit ẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣe lórí social media. Wọ́n máa fi ìyẹn náà máa fi kún history past àti present tense. Kí ni mò ń lò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí náà ó ti wà ní àkọsílẹ̀. Ó dàbí àwọn ẹlòmíì ní àwọn ògbójú jáde. Àwọn ògbójú jáde àwọn kì í sọ̀rọ̀. Bọ̀ nǹkan tẹ́yìn ń sọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ ó ju àwa tá à ń gbójú jáde lọ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo máa ń sọ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwa tá à ń gbójú jáde tá a jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá ṣọ́ra. Àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé àwa àti wọn la jọ ń dámọ̀ràn ni àwa kàn ń gbójú jáde bọ̀ àwọn wà nínú ilé tiwọn náà wọ́n láwọn ò gbójú jáde bọ̀ kọ́mẹ̀ǹtì tó ń jù tó ń kọ sílẹ̀ tó ń mọ̀ wípé ẹlòmíì irú èmi náà tí n bá rí àwọn videos kan kí n tó wò ó délẹ̀ tí n bá rí pé mo ní interest sí nǹkan tó ń sọ lẹ́yìn màá lọ wo comment yẹn ló túbọ̀ máa fún mi ní àlàyé nǹkan tó ń ṣe because tí n bá rí comment èèyàn bíi 5-6 ó máa fún mi láìdíà bóyá nǹkan tó ń something like that ṣá. Now ẹni tó wá sẹ́ pé òun ò gbójú bọ́ta bọ̀ kó jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló fi ń type nǹkan tó máa balẹ̀ ayé jẹ́ ẹni tó bá click orúkọ ẹ̀ yẹn fọ́tò ẹ̀ máa jáde àjọ ń ṣe náà ni wọ́n ò gbójú jáde bọ̀ ó ti lọ fọwọ́ ẹ̀ tẹ̀tẹ̀gìtẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ò délẹ́ni tó bá fi comment tó dá sílẹ̀ náà nìyẹn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́lòmíì náà máa lọ wí pé ẹni yìí dẹ̀ ṣe làákàyè jẹ́ ń lọ wo ilé onítọ̀hún yẹn náà jẹ́ ń lọ wo fọ́tò ẹ̀ something like that. Torí ẹ̀yẹ́ mi bàbá mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi kíkí mi tó lọ kẹ́jọ́ mi má bàa pọ̀ jù ẹ mọ̀ pé ibi tá à ń lọ kò jí ibi tá à ń yà sí òun ló máa ń pọ̀ jù especially àwa sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ àní sọ̀rọ̀ sọ bọ́tò àní ṣìwé àní ṣìsọ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run lágbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá wípé nǹkan tí bàbá wa ṣe Sunday Igboho tó ń ṣe nínú ìrìn àjò yìí òun ló ń lọ lọ́hùn yẹn ká tó sọ wípé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú oko ẹrú pásìkò náà ti tó tí gbogbo wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo jáde ó ti ń lé lọ́dún 5 lọ báyìí sìn a mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ti ń ṣe tipẹ́tipẹ́ bọ̀ nígbà tán bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbójú jáde táwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ tán lè mú list people tán ń gbójú jáde àwọn èèyàn tán lè names orúkọ àwọn èèyàn tán ń gbójú jáde ìlú ibi tán wà everything kò tí ì ju going to be 6 years lọ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bóyá 30 years 40 years náà ago a kí wọn àyìn wọn kíkẹ́ mi èkí ló wá dálé lórí ni wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí kò ṣe ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nation kò ṣe ẹ̀yin nǹkan tí àwa ọmọ kóòtù òjíire àwa ọmọ Odùduwà kò ṣe ẹ̀yin nǹkan tá a gbé sọ́wọ́ òun lẹlẹ́dùmarè òun ló lò wọ́n ní èèyàn kan ló máa roko 200 èèyàn òun ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa la inú ẹ̀ kọjá ìrìn àjò èmi àti yìí kò parí síbẹ̀ kò tán síbẹ̀ ó so èso rere ó so èso tó jẹ́ wípé àrọ́mọdọ́mọ wa nínú àdúrà nínú ìpè á máa ṣẹ́kàn fún wa nínú ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mi ní fẹ́ kẹ́ sáré lọ kó àwọn fídíòs yìí wá àwọn nǹkan tí Yorùbá nation tí Oòduà nation tá à ń ṣe láti bí 5-6 years ago nǹkan tó bí òun.
They don't need them to do that. So we first of all need people to understand that it is beyond a religion. It is beyond the spirituality. This is us improving our lives. So we walk up to somebody and say, do we want better health care? Do we want health care that would not present a lot of side effects? Let's try this. Let's do that. Then those of us that have money, those of you that have money, I'm always saying this when I come on my live streaming. If I did not teach us to go out and be cajoling people for money, we are not asking you to come and give to God. Olódùmarè need jowo, awala need it. It's Ifa that needs it. So we are categorically telling you that Ifa needs this. We need it. We ourselves need it. We need to be able to implement things in our life, in our system. Then I beg of whoever it is that is in charge of the media in this country to please be fair on us. I mean, whatever it is that is the church that programs have to go through before they are allowed to be aired, please be fair on us. The same way you will censor certain type of music and movie from going up, help us to censor and trash out everything that represents us negatively. Media has great impact on us, especially entertainment. And to everybody that is singing, music industry, you have a huge impact on us, whether we like it or not. I need more music that is. I'm not asking you to sing. I'm not asking you to sing shaworo, shaworo, shaworo. You can still sing pop and reggae. Let it I mean, even if it's just one line you are going to give to us that tells us about our culture, that tells us about the beauty of our people, the beauty of our culture, that tells us about who we are. I mean, that's one line that will make people think about it. Please help us add it to our music. And then every time, see, let us be biased. I like that. Let us be, it doesn't matter. Anytime you find somebody that is doing music and movie that is purely Isheshe, I beg you, support them as if, support them fanatically. You know how your favorite singer will sing rubbish and you still say, yes, she's my girl. How your favorite football club team we lose from the beginning of the season to the end. You will still wear blue shirt or red shirt, whatever it is. Support music and movie that comes from Onisheshe. Support it like this. Play it till Apple TV, I mean, whatever it is, we know that somebody is listening to. Put it on non-stop, put it on repeat. You see, the more we continue to push for this, the more the society will know that yes, like the slang that we used to use, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè, ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. Let our voice be loud. I started doing my live streaming once a week with Sundays. Now I do live streaming 6 times a week, and it's not easy. But I just want my face to be out there. I just want Ifa to be out there. I want people to scroll on their screen and just, somebody said, I've been seeing your face. Today I just decided, what was this man always saying? That is how some people will come. They will just say, this noise that they are making, please come and, you know how Jehovah Witness people used to do? You know how they used to do? They will enter into your notes until you say, okay, what do you have for us? We have to be that loud. We have to be that persistent. We have to be that consistent until they begin to take us seriously. So we too have a part to play. And then music, you know, the media, and art. Yes, art. Those of you that love art, please support indigenous art. Support indigenous art. Replace all these fancy decorations you have in your house with indigenous art. Let it start with that. Let's promote, because our art is spiritual. Our art is our culture, is our heritage. Our art is Ifa. Let's support that. I told somebody today, I said, if we start by the gifts that we give to ourselves, the next time you're going to wrap up a gift for somebody, make sure it is Yoruba inspired. Make sure it is. Let's look at what we have done with Yoruba weddings. Non-Yoruba people that I meet abroad are always like, the next time I'm having my wedding, please, can I wear that your Yoruba attire? They are not Yoruba people. They just want to dress like us because of the beauty of what they see. Let's continue to push that. Till people will stop and say, what are these people doing? You know, let's push it ourselves. Let's support. Every time you see a program that is scrolling, that is airing, and it is somebody that is deeply rooted in the truth of Ifa, stop by their page and support them. See, I'll tell you the truth. It's not easy. Pelumi, you can attest to it. It's not easy.
Absolutely.
You see, these things we are doing is not. It takes a lot. Like every other person, we have lives to live too, you know. And then out of that 24 hours, we make out time for all of this. Some people think we are doing this for the money. See, move closer. Let me let you know that it doesn't make sense. If it is for the money, I will find an easier path to money. I will find something else that is easier to do.
Right.
This, I don't want to use the word, I don't want to use some words, but this shit is not easy. It's not. Life, you don't have a life again. You are literally Somebody was telling me something. She said, Yanifa, you are coming up with so many things every day. You are coming up with so many things. And how do you get this? I said, if you know what the ancestors are bringing into my head every day. Last month, I couldn't tell you, Pelumi, last month I was scared to my bone because I thought I was going to die. I'm like, why are you guys giving me all of this information at once? Do I have a short time to spend around here? It was so much information at once, and every one of those information is covering gaps. It is covering gaps that has not been touched. It is covering things that needs to be done. And we have all of these things pumping through our head. You don't have a life. You don't have anything. So please, not everybody can be the mouthpiece like you and I are doing right now. We can be your own voice. Support us. Encourage us. Every idea you have, come to us to tell us, oh, you can do it like this. Oh, I have an idea of how you can make this better. It is for the good of all of us. A win for you as Afro films, a win for you is a win for the entire Yoruba people. A win for Ifa College is a win for the entire race, is a win for our own children. Because I'm looking at it like this now. I have 5 kids, and 3 of them were born in the US. And I had the opportunity to live in the US. But I looked at that environment and I told myself, I'm not going to raise children in this country. I cannot, because I'm scared of what the society is becoming. Even in Nigeria, if we project at this rate we are going, if you project life in another 10-20 years, it's scary. But do you know what comforts me? If I can go at the pace that it is going, and that pace continues to increase, the future of our children will not be as scary as what is going on right now. So as we do it, we are doing it for our own children. We are doing it for their own children. So Ejo, let's not just say, oh, the government should do this. Yes, they are hearing us, but let's do the part that we too can do. As we continue to do it, our voice gets louder. They take us more and more seriously. People share my videos online on other platforms that I'm not there. I'm not on Facebook. I left Facebook over almost a decade ago. So people share my videos there. And all these Baba, they reach out to me from Facebook to say, we like what you are doing. I have some materials that I wrote when I was in Unilag in 1960. The materials might be helpful for you. It's because I'm making noise about it that somebody thinks, this one is making sense. Let me share it with other people. We can be able to get, just like somebody's, Sen Project was one that said it, that when they say, oh, this person has done this, if you know what Shango did. Now, do you know why we don't know what Shango did? Because there wasn't continuity of information and continuity of activities. That's why we don't know what Oromila did, what Shango did, what Ogun did. And a lot of it has happened. This research that we are just making, some of our grandfathers and fathers did it. They too did it, but there was no continuity. So you and I have to start again. Do we want our children to come and have to start again? No. We want that continuity, and it requires the support of everybody. So, Ejo, I'm literally begging. Please, Pelumi, if you have not thought about it, I'm sure you have. Do you have the replays of your videos on YouTube?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. So please just save it and because somewhere in the future somebody is going to listen to this. So I'm not begging just the people on this live streaming today. I'm begging as many people as you watch this replay in your own little way. Make sure that Kile Ejo Komashu, without you supporting Ifa in a single way, at least one way before the end of each day, one level of support here and there to this person, to that person. Then collectively our voice will be heard. Ijo kan won ma pe wa sha pe àwọn ọmọ tó ń pariwo yẹn dànù kí ló fẹ́, and then we'll be able to say nǹkan tá fẹ́ ni o. Somebody here now, maybe our sugar daddy is the minister of kinikan. she will go and see it. Ah, now program yeah, oh. The sugar daddy will say kilo fair, we are not pay one. You know, we
Yeah.
don't waste your sugar daddy connection. Invest it in me. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we still have your last note. Babalawo Fadipe. So what we are talking about is now, ladies, Yanifa Ewa said, no, we should be, first of all, community focused. We should focus on the community.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she said we should focus on the community. We should focus on ourselves first. That we should look at the home first. Yeah, before we start thinking on, okay, what they have to give us, we should give ourselves first. Because you are, because I am because you are. So, and in a very profound way, you guys, you've added so much beauty to my life, just as I've added beauty to your life. So, that's a point that we should be very, very, at this stage, we should be very concerned about the community. If it means shouting, shout. If it means scream, scream. Let them see what we are doing. And not even stopping at that, we should be community involved. We should be involved in our immediate community. And back to what she said, if we must do that, then we must be so particular about excellence. It's extremely important. We cannot joke with that. And I feel a time is going to come, because this Santa Claus, the Father Christmas, Santa Claus, was stolen from our Egungun concept. Egungun concept. Now, everybody wants to patronize Santa Claus. However, when our Egungun, when they are walking on the road, it's like they are hungry. You cannot always be hungry. Egungun is a beautiful concept. That's what I think. That is what I feel. It's a beautiful concept. When Egungun is out, they are out with prayers to bless people. They are out to cleanse for cleansing of the community. So we should be mindful of that concept of excellence. Whatever we are doing, yeah, we should put that at the front burner, and that will add to our visibility. Yeah, it won't be that, oh no, that is, So people should ask, are you sure these people are Isheshe people? No, because this level of excellence, we don't even find it among ourselves. How come they are exhibiting it? That should be it. That should be it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, of course, so let me allow Babalawo Ifadipe. Babalawo Ifa Losheyi, Ejo, MIT, Dupe pe dúró tì wá, MIT fi wálẹ̀. Babalawo Ifadipe, so what are your requests for the community, the way forward, what we must demand? I saw you highlighting some of the agendas, some of the things that we should demand. So can we have you in, sir? Thank you, sir.
Indeed, yes. Thank you. And of course, I'm getting to see myself on the camera. So I hope you can hear me. I'm audible.
Absolutely. Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah. So, just like, don't mind. I'm actually a cyclist too, so you have my.
Okay.
So, just like Jennifer was said, we have to be extremely intentional, right? Because when something is in a formative stage, you will have different people coming in, and those who want to break it, those who want to develop it, those who want to make it shine, are all there. And so we are all coming in from a place where we need to make a demand, just like you rightly said, the demand that inclusion in the curriculum of our schools. I mean, let our pupils and our children, have the ability to learn IFA from the get-go, just the same way they are learning CRK hierarchy, the African studies also should be in our curriculum. By that, the talk of Ifa will not be something that is strange to them. And there's
ní ilé kò sí ẹni tó máa sọ wípé ìrìn àjò wa ìkọ́ ló bí gbogbo nǹkan yìí àwa náà dẹ̀kọ́ Elédùmarè ni tó rọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ èmi àti yín ìwòye 10 years ago 15 years ago àti ẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé a lè sọ irú nǹkan báyìí tàbí òye yẹn tún lè yé wa dé irú ibi tó dé lọ́jọ́ títí òní tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ó ń yé wa sí i. Now kí má bàa gbà wá lákòókò ẹ fẹ̀yìntì kẹ́ ṣe cup of tea gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo máa ń sọ or cup of tea kẹ́ jẹ́ kí n lọ kó wọn wá ẹ máa bá mi ká lọ. God bless you. Let's go there.
ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́bọ ọmọ àlè ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọ bàbá tó ṣẹ̀ wálẹ̀ ibi tẹ́ bá rí kẹ́ wà láyé ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́bọ ẹgbẹ́ pàtà ilẹ̀ káàró òṣèré àbí gbogbo ibi tí ọba ní ọjẹ́ láyé everybody ní wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ará wo àbábá wa tó kọ́ dé wo ó nítàn ẹ̀rìn wá ní wo òwú yí jáde láti inú ilẹ̀ wo bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lára Ẹdẹ ará Ifẹ̀ ará Ọ̀yọ́ kò sẹ́ni ó nílẹ̀ wọ́n ní wípé ẹ̀rọ bá kọ́ débi ilẹ̀ olómi ilẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ ló nílẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́kọ́ débẹ̀ ta ló wá nílẹ̀ Allah azza wa jalla olónílẹ̀ ta ló náà lè fi ilẹ̀ fún ẹni tí ọwá ilé ayé wá sí ń tọ́lọ̀ torí ẹ̀ dálé ayé ilẹ̀ yìí àwọn kan lọ́lọ́ ń dà fún tání àwọn tí Ọlọ́run ní ìdán èèyàn àtàlìjànú lásán mo ní ẹ wá sìn mí ẹ bá wá ń sìn mí olónílẹ̀ ìyẹn òrújú ariwo tẹ́rí ẹ pa àtàkùn tó rí o ṣe that is reality tí Olúwa ní ilẹ̀.
bàbá torí pé ẹ sì dàgbà àwa lè torí pé ẹ ponú kárí yín fín àgbàlagbà náà sì ní ṣé àwa lọmọ àlè ní abẹ́yìn lọmọ àlè kí ni ohun tá fi mọ ọmọ àlè òun ni ìhùwàsí ìrísí láwùjọ ẹ wo ohun tẹ gbé sí rí hùn ìran bá wà owó lẹ́rí tó gbérú eléhùn sí rí tẹ̀yí bá sọmọ àlè ẹjà kún bẹ̀rùn ẹ wọ aṣọ tẹ wọ̀ ohun ìran bá wà owó lẹ́rí tó máa ń wọrú aṣọ ohun tẹ̀yí bá ṣe ọmọ àlè gbogbo ìdẹ́dá sí inú ìran bá wà owó lọ́wọ́ tó dárú eléhùn sí tẹ̀yí bá ṣe ọmọ àlè ọ̀nà mẹ́ta mo mú wá fún yín tẹ́ fi jẹ́ ọmọ àlè tẹ́yìn bá sọmọ àlè ìwó tẹ́yìn pariwo ifáwọn ètẹ́ ẹ̀ ìgbà táwọn bàbá yín kò lọ lè wú ẹ lọ wá tàn tẹ máa débẹ̀ ifá ni wọ́n dá ìgbà tí wọ́n dáfá ẹ̀yin dàgbẹ́ ní ohun táwọn bàbá yín ṣe hun ẹni kì í sọ̀nà ọ̀nà tí wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n fi tẹ̀lú yín tẹ́yìn fi dàgbà síbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ní ìsọ̀nà ẹ̀ wá ń pè àwọn kan lọ́mọ àlè tẹ bá tẹ̀ tún wé lálá ṣiṣe ẹ̀yin ọmọ ẹrú ẹni tó ń ṣe àṣìṣe lẹni tó pa ohun tí àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ àpòpò rẹ̀ fi kalẹ̀ tó parun tó wá ń tẹ̀lé omi àṣìṣe ló ń ṣe ẹ̀yin gangan là láṣìṣe nítòótọ́ tí Olódùmarè ní ilẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó ń bá yín dù ú gbóhùn lòun nílẹ̀ ta ló dáyé Olódùmarè ọba ló dáyé lọ́dọ̀run kò ń ṣe àlá o kò ń ṣe àlá àti yan tí Olódùmarè ọba òun ní ilẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó bá yín dù gbóhùn lòun nílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀ máa ń ṣe bíi pẹ́yìn lẹ́yìn tó tán ẹ̀yin Olódùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́ rárá ẹ̀ sí ń bẹ̀ láàfin máa ń jẹ́ ẹgbọ́ tán eléyìí tó ti yín ò gbọ́ rí torí kó rí yín ọba àlè pé tí ẹ bá sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ oníṣẹ̀ṣe ẹ dáyé bá ni kò ń jẹ́ pé ẹgbẹ́sìn bá gan ẹ dí ayé bá ṣẹ̀ṣe ni ẹ dẹ̀ dáyé filẹ̀ lọ ni ẹ lè rí parun nítorí pé àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ àpòkù yín orísun yín wọ́n ti gbìyànjú ẹ̀ ń ò rí ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe òde lè parun láéláé tí ẹ bá rí àáfàá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ babaláwo àbí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ eléégún àbí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Ṣàngó gbogbo ọ̀nà ni eléégún máa fi kí ẹkú kalẹ̀ ẹkú gbá ẹkú àwo nítorí pé ìfẹ́ lẹ̀sìn tí wá fi kọ́ wa tẹ́lẹ̀sìn ìbílẹ̀ kan wá wà lẹ́yìn àáfàá tipátipá ní ọmọ fi dá lóhùn nítorí pé ìwà ìmọ̀tara ẹni nìkan lẹ̀sìn tí ń fi kọ́ yín ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n sọ fáwa pé ẹlẹ́sìn wa lọ́mọ ìyá wa ó jí ó yé wa pé gbogbo ayé ẹni tẹ́jẹ̀ bá ti mí lára ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ènìyàn ọmọ ìyá wa ní í ṣe ẹ̀sìn tí yín ní ẹlẹ́sìn yín nìkan lọ́mọ ìyá yín ẹlẹ́sìn yín nìkan lẹ́yìn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣàánú ẹ ti rí pé ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn kò sẹ́ni tó bá yín pìtàn ilẹ̀ tó wáyé pé léhùn ló ń dùn yín tí Olódùmarè ní ilẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn Olódùmarè gbé àkóso rẹ̀ lé lọ́wọ́ ìlú tá a fi Ifá tẹ̀ Ifá ló ní Olódùmarè ló rán Ifá wá lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ìlú tá a bá fi Ifá tẹ̀ Ifá ló ní ìlú tá a bá fò Ògún tẹ̀ Ògún ló ní ìlú Ọya ló ní ẹlọ́bi tó ń fà nábì tẹ̀ kò tẹ̀ sí ìlú tó ń fà nábì tẹ̀ náà ànábì bá ṣẹ̀ sínú rẹ̀ òun náà sì tún bá ṣẹ̀ sínú rẹ̀ tó túmọ̀ sí pé ànábì ò níbi kankan kò níbi kan bó ṣe lè òkó kéré mọ́ ọmọ àlè ní náà.
So because a king termed orishas as idol does not mean that he is correct. We do not know what is called idols. We do not have idols. It is the same people that brought idols that have idols. Our only idol, Orisha, Lani. That is the way it is. Like I said before, this is not about asking people to revert. It's about destroying the lies. Some of our forefathers put us in this white mess, this colonial mess, shattering to pieces the lies because of our generations that are coming. So they will know this truth and live like the kings and the queens that they are, not continuously like the slaves that they made some of our forefathers. So if you are still out there, and these are the kind of messages that you listen to, this podcast, and you listen to and you eat raw and you swallow, my brother, I'm sorry for you. The generations you are affecting would always curse you. So my people, simply because a king or president or governor or senator or bishop or apostle or pastor or whoever and whatever say something doesn't mean they are correct. Wisdom, knowledge is not given by age. The world is not based off the Bible. So for somebody to say that Adam and Eve predates our ancestors is just sheer ignorance. Bottom line is, Ifa is older than Christianity. By far, they should not even be put side by side. In response to if Adam and Eve predates, that does not even come to play at all. They can go and say it in their own lands, in their own place. It is tradition of others, not ours. So Adam and Eve does not predate our ancestors. Know your own history. Those are other people's ancestry. Know your own ancestry and know peace. Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. It existed long before anyone heard of Rome or Jerusalem or Judea or Jesus or Adam and Eve. It long existed before them. So please let us be guided and not constantly speak with conditioned ignorance. So just imagine someone setting the Bible as a standard for humans, as a standard for living. That is a shame. But I don't blame you. I used to be that ignorant too. Do you know, or you have never been told, that the Yoruba system is an oral tradition that dates back thousands of years, long before the arrival of Islam or Christianity? Do you know? I bet you don't know. Christianity began in the 1st century CE, after the death of Yeshua, who you all now gave the name Jesus, around 30 to 33 AD. So Ifa predates Christianity by at least 1,000 to 2,000 years. So what are you saying? In Africa, West Africa precisely, deep spiritual traditions like Ifa weren't written down like the Bible. They were passed down orally through babalawos, chants, divinations, and by memory. That's to show you how extremely brilliant and knowledgeable we were and still are. So it just means that Western historians were slower to acknowledge them. So these Christian missionaries that we open-heartedly and open-handedly welcome to our own lands often misunderstood and labeled Ifa as pagan because it didn't fit the written book format. But orality doesn't equal inferiority. So now let's break and scatter this whole table now. Jesus Christ and Orunmila. Orunmila is a primordial being that has existed before human creation, helping Olodumare design Ayomo, that is human destinies. Now, that places Orunmila in mythic times, not just historical time. So now let's come to Jesus, a historical figure born around 4 BCE in Judea. His teachings became Christianity after his death through Paul and the early church councils. So, in spiritual cosmology, Orunmila is not just or only older than Jesus. It represents divine wisdom before time. Are you surprised? We don't want to talk, we don't want to, we must educate you sometimes, or else you will think that your lies are the truth. And my own motivation and my generations, they must always know this truth. They must always hear this truth and be free all the time from the binding chains and shackles of religion. Now you will come meet us for house. Now you they shout. Very understanding man, accommodating, loving people, peace-loving people. Now he put our ancestors for where they so. I call you, make you come chop, you hold my hand, my own food. I call you, say make you come live with me, stay with me in peace, in harmony, for my own land. You want to dominate me. You want to kill all my children. You want to force me to accept other people's tradition over my own tradition, trying to make my own tradition inferior to yours. When I don't shove mine that is authentic to me and even higher than yours down your throat, but you are doing that to me in my own land, in my own house. You ungrateful lords. Want to hijack my land, destroy my tradition, and impose other people's cultures and tradition to me. That's a joke. That's impossible. My own tradition and culture cannot go extinct in my own land. So when I speak like this, it is not preaching. I am just doing what Olodumare has asked me to do, to correct the lies, to destroy the lies. This is not a fight for religious supremacy. Those are human nonsense, human lies, human propagandas. I've said it several times. We don't do all that nonsense here. There's orderliness in spirituality. My brother, my sister, listen to this. If the breath of Olodumare, the maker of the all of the heavens and the earth, flows through countless tongues and traditions, then no single book, however sacred, can claim to be the only word of God. None. Don't let your children and their children and your children suffer because of your ignorance today. Your ancestors did not give you what does not belong to you. Your ancestors tolerated what does not belong to them, and it has cost them a lot. If you say you are a Christian, if you say you are a Muslim, if you say you are Catholic, if you say you are a Celeb, Kerubo and Seraphim, we shall do our own. We don't need you to be part of us. We don't need to cook any lie to make you scared to come and join us. No. So you tell me, out of all these things, all of them they do so. Which one is divine in your own understanding? Because they were not religious fanatics, religious bigots, religious warlords. They were not fighting for religious supremacy. Do your own. Me, I do my own. Just face your own. That is what put our tradition in this state today. But we are thankful to Olodumare for the mass awakening. I thank Olodumare for my Ori that did not let me continue sleeping, that tapped me to consciousness and to reality through Ifa Olokun, singled me out from my mother's lineage. If not, it would have been difficult for me to accept approaching God traditionally. But Ifa is complete. Ifa is structured than anything I had ever known in my life. I thank Olodumare, I thank my Ori. So my brother out there, I may not be speaking to everyone, but I know I'm speaking to you. You do not need to call somebody's name 1 billion times in a 2 minutes prayer before the Creator answers you. It is all a lie. It is all a propaganda. It is all a religious mission. You do not need to break your head with a bottle or climb on all the mountains of the world before He answers you, or scream off the lungs in your body before He answers you. No! It is not one way. No, it is part of their lives. It was difficult and hard for me to understand this, or to accept this, or to break off the chains from my hands and my legs. It was hard. It was tough. It was difficult. But once again, I thank my Ori. Ori mi apere mo dupe o. Ifa alade o seun o. You would also be free from their manipulations. Ni àṣẹ Ifa, ni àṣẹ Olodumare. One way or the other, from their evil lies, from their wickedness, to entrap you just right where they want you to be. Ni àṣẹ Ifa, you would live there. You would elevate. You will be free. You will know yourself and you will be truly free. Ni àṣẹ Ori, ni àṣẹ Ifa, ní àṣẹ Olódùmarè àwíṣẹ múṣẹ làbọrú àbọyè bọ ṣíṣẹ ogbó atọ́ àsúre ìwòrìwò fún. Olódùmarè bless you. Ẹ ṣeun.
jẹ́ kó gùn jù báyìí lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ ṣe mọ̀ mí èmi ò bá ti jà wá mo ṣì wà lórí ọwọ́ náà wípé báwo la fẹ́ kúrò nínú oko ẹrú náà ni o oko ẹrú ọkàn oko ẹrú ọpọlọ ìyá àbá mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi ojú òní tiwa èmi náà ni ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Ayé Ọpẹ́ Yọ ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ẹ bá mi like ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tí ẹ máa ṣe alábàápàdé ẹ bá mi subscribe ẹ dẹ̀ má gbàgbé láti fi comment tí yín náà sílẹ̀ ojú wo lẹ fi wò báwo ló ṣe rí lọ́dọ̀ títí yín èmi náà ni ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Ayé Ọpẹ́ Yọ ṣe yọ lọ́dọ̀ títí yín náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá ayé ọpẹ́ máa yọ fún wa o lórí ọmọ lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa òun làyé ọpẹ́ òun ló máa fi máa yọ. God bless you. One love.